Good afternoon, all of you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Okay, today let's continue with our next concept related with the unit second. Last time we have seen the ethical and the social issues related with the information technology and the system. So today our point of discussion is security and control related with the information system, or we can also say information system security and the control. Okay. So all of us already know what exactly mean by the information system. Okay, number of times we have discussed. So the term information system is nothing but the system which describe the organized collection, processing, distribution or the transmission, spreading of information according with some rules or the procedures. Okay, that information system number of times we have discussed. Now our today's point of discussion is about the security and control in case of the information system. Okay. So what do you mean by the security of information system? What is mean by the security of information system? Yes. What is mean by the security of information system? Security in the sense?
सर म्हणजे आता हे सायबर क्राईम वगैरे हॅकिंग वगैरे होतं तर ते
To protect against that particular crime,
क्राईम
what different protective measures can be taken or the security measures can be taken. So security related with the information system is nothing but the some policies, in the sense some rules, procedures or some technical measures. For what purpose? To prevent the unauthorized access as well as to prevent the unauthorized alteration in the sense to prevent the unauthorized change or to prevent the theft as well as to prevent the physical damage to the information system. We need the security point as a related with the information system. Security of the information system is required for in order to, if you want to avoid all these things like preventing the unauthorized access, preventing the unauthorized change in the sense nobody can do the modification in the data and information of that particular information system without any permission. Theft in the sense, okay, कोई आपकी information system चुरा भी सकता है, understood, to prevent that kind of things. Physical damage of information system means what? What do you mean by the physical damage? Yes. Physical damage to the information system. Yes, Akash. What is meant by the physical damage to the information system? Yes, anybody else? What do you mean by the physical damage to information system?
Means devices.
Yes, Vaishali.
सर म्हणजे आता ट्रॅडिशनल इन्फॉर्मेशन सिस्टीम मध्ये आपण रजिस्टर त्याचा यूज करतो तर त्याचं ते प्रिव्हेंट करते फिजिकल डॅमेज म्हणजे आपण ते रजिस्टर
कम्प्युटरचं फिजिकल
तर
डॅमेज होऊ शकत नाही का?
ते डिव्हाइसेस
होऊ शकतं
यूज
होऊ
होतात ते
शकतं सर.
डॅमेज
डिव्हाइसेस बरोबर,
हार्ड
डिव्हाइसेस
डिस्क हो डिव्हाइसेस
डिव्हाइसेस
डॅमेज
आपल्या कॉम्प्युटर मधल्या दिस थिंग्स कॅन बी गेट
हार्ड डिस्क वगैरे.
चोरी पण जाऊ शकते ना. अंडरस्टूड. So to protect against all these things,
Yes, sir.
there is a need of what? Security. Understood. And security nothing but what? Using some rules, procedure, technical measures in the sense what? Utilization of some antivirus, these kind of things. Got the point? To prevent the unauthorized access, alteration, theft, etc., etc. That is nothing but the security of the information system. Okay, got this point? What do you mean by the security?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Control of information system. Now there are the multiple security measures are available in the market. Okay, like firewall is there, antiviruses are there, cryptographic methods are there, that we are going to discuss in the point of the control. Okay, but particular organization is utilizing which kind of different measures, which kind of different methods. It is not, it cannot be happen like that. Particular organization may utilize all the security measures available. Understood? Some organization may use some limited security measures, etc., etc. So what particular organization or which kind of different methods being utilized by particular organization, which rules are utilized by particular organization, organizational procedure, etc., etc., to ensure the safety of organization asset, to ensure the safety of organization asset, as well as to ensure the accuracy of data and information of that information system, accuracy or the reliability of that particular number of records that is being kept on the information system, etc., etc. Understood? So daily checking all these rules and the security measures, procedures, for what purpose? To ensure the safety of all the asset in the sense, in the asset different things comes, like human resources come, computer system comes, different softwares comes, machineries comes, data comes, information comes, all the things are comes under the asset. Now what kind of measures are being utilized by particular organization for the safety of all these assets, and whether organization is daily monitoring all these safety measures, that is nothing but the control related with the information system. Understood? So in detail we are going to discuss what are the security measures and what can be the different controls can be utilized, so that we can protect the information system from different kind of viruses and the unauthorized access. Okay. Now, next important point here is the basic principles of the information security, or which can be also described in another words, like why the security is required or why the security is important. Security of what? Security of the information system. Okay. First reason in that, or first basic principle is that the confidentiality. What? Confidentiality means what? What do you mean by the confidentiality related to the information system?
म्हणजे सर आपला डेटा हा सेफ आहे असं कॉन्फिडन्स.
हा आपला डेटा सेफ कधी राहील? सपोज देर इज अ वन XYZ ऑर्गनायझेशन, त्या XYZ ऑर्गनायझेशनचा डेटा सेफ कधी राहील? की ज्या वेळेस तो डेटा ऍक्सेस करण्यासाठी काय some persons are being get authorized. You are getting my point. Only those will allowed to access data who are having the authorized permission. Only that time only our data can remain safe. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
If we allow anybody to access the data, whether that employees belong to your organization or not, then will our data will remain confidential or the safe? Will our data or the information will remain safe or not if you allow anybody to utilize your information system?
No.
No, that is the thing. So that is nothing but the first basic principle, and that is the first reason why the security is important. That is what? For the purpose of confidentiality. So this principle says what? This principle is applied to the information by enforcing or applying rules about who is allowed to utilize the information system. So this basic principle ensure that who are allowed to utilize the information system and who are not allowed to utilize the information system. Understood? And because of this principle, using this principle, it becomes possible to prevent the unauthorized disclosure of information. Means those who are not having the permission, because of this principle, it becomes possible to prevent them from opening that information or prevent them from utilizing that information. Okay. So the prevent the unauthorized confidentiality principle does what? It prevents the unauthorized disclosure of information and restrict the data access to only those who are authorized, and restrict the data access to only those who are having the permission to utilize that particular information which is available on the information system. Got the first principle, confidentiality?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Second important principle is the integrity. What? Integrity. Now this integrity is related with what? Now here we have discussed who is allowed to utilize that information which is there on the information system. Okay, only whom? Those who are authorized. Understood? Now another thing related with the information system is what? Who is allowed to do the modification in the information system? You are getting my point. Who is allowed to do the modification in the data or the information which is present in the information system? Understood? Because data and the information which is available on the information system, it is very important. Understood? So can we allow anybody to do the modification in that data and the information of the information system? Yes. Can we allow anybody to do the modification in the data and the information of the information system?
No.
No, sir.
No. If we allow anybody, then anybody can do the any changes they want. Then we'll get the correct result from the information system. No, we'll definitely not get the correct result from the information system. So integrity principle refer to what? It refer to the prevention of unauthorized modification. What? Integrity principle ensure what? Prevention of unauthorized modification. If there is a need to do the changes in the data and the information of the information system, though only who can do it? Those is having the authorized permission. Got the point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, and that only I have
Yes,
mentioned
sir.
here. In any business organization which are utilizing the information system, the value of data store and information store and manipulated, such as maintaining the data and information, is very important issue of the concern. And in order to address this issue, it is necessary that organization should allow only those persons who are having the authorized permission to do the modification. So that is nothing but the point of what? Integrity. Okay. Then third important principle is the availability. Third important principle is what? Availability. Now availability is referred to the fact that accessibility of the information and in the usable form whenever and wherever it is required. Availability indicates what? Suppose if any XYZ manager of the company need to utilize the information system, he need to access the information which is available on the information system. He should able to access that information available on the information system whenever and wherever it is required. What do you mean by the whenever and the wherever? The authorized persons or the employees should get accessibility of the information whenever and wherever it is required. What do you mean by the whenever and the wherever?
कधी पण आणि कुठे पण
कधी
sir.
पण आणि कुठे पण काय झालं
कुठे
पाहिजे,
पण.
ऍक्सेसिबिलिटी ऑफ इन्फॉर्मेशन मिळाली पाहिजे. कुणाला? दोज हु आर ओनली द ऑथराइज
Person.
permission or the persons. Understood? So that is nothing but the point of what? Availability. की इन्फॉर्मेशन जे युजर ऑथराइज आहेत त्यांना इन्फॉर्मेशन कधीही आणि कुठेही अवेलेबल झाली पाहिजे. दॅट इज नथिंग बट द थर्ड प्रिन्सिपल रिलेटेड विथ द सिक्युरिटी ऑफ इन्फॉर्मेशन सिस्टीम, दॅट इज व्हॉट? अवेलेबिलिटी. जर सिक्युरिटी व्यवस्थित मेंटेन झाली नाही तर हा प्रिन्सिपल मेंटेन होईल का अवेलेबिलिटीचा?
No, sir.
No sir.
सिक्युरिटी जर मेंटेन झालं नाही तर मग काय होईल? एनीबडी कॅन ब्रीच द सिक्युरिटी, डू द मॉडिफिकेशन, डू समथिंग इन दॅट इन्फॉर्मेशन सिस्टीम, and that system might get fail. Yes or no? Then
Yes,
will it
Yes,
become
sir.
possible for anybody, for authorized people to access the information on the information system whenever and the wherever? No, it will not become possible. So that is the reason, the point why the information security is must and why it is required. So these three principles are very important, which is clearly indicating why there is a need of the information system security. Which three principles we have discussed?
Confidence.
Confidentiality,
Then
integrity,
integrity and availability.
Availability.
What is meant by the confidentiality? Confidentiality means what?
Protect the data from unauthorized user.
म्हणजे ज्यांना जे those user having the authorized permission only allow those users to utilize the information system. Second, integrity related with the modification. Only authorized persons are allowed to do the modification. And availability, the information must be get available to authorized users whenever and the wherever it is required. I hope the point is clear. Yes.
yes sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now let's come to the another points related with the security. Okay, that is the actual point of our discussion. So, to discuss that further points, we need to understand the conventional crime versus the cyber crime. Okay, first we will discuss what do we mean by the crime. What is your definition of the crime? What do you think about the crime? Tell me. Crime is what?
Unwanted things.
Anything that is unwanted and which is against the law. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That is the we call it crime. So in case of both of these, conventional crime and the cyber crime, both of these crime include the conduct or action or behavior which is causing the breaching of the rule of the law. So any conduct, any behavior or any action which is against the law, that is being referred as a crime. Completely, all of you are agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And such kind of crimes are being counterbalanced or controlled by some sanctioning of the some state and the condition and sanctioning of the some rules, where if anybody does the crime, there is the law is available to punish those who have done the crime. Okay. So if you go specifically like the what is meant by the conventional crime, now crime is available from the time the human society comes into the picture. Yes or no? Crime is there when from the time whenever there is a origin of the human beings and other animals, etc., etc. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So another words we can describe the conventional crime. Now conventional crime, in the sense there is no involvement of any computer or the electronic devices, etc., etc. Conventional crime म्हणजे हे जे आपण बघतो between human to human, that kind of things I am here referring as a conventional crime. Okay. So in different words I have mentioned here, the crime or the offense is the legal wrong activity that is being followed by the criminal proceeding which may result into the proceeding. It is the legal wrong activity. If somebody does it, then he has to face the punishment. So that is nothing but the conventional crime. Now let's come to the cyber crime. Okay, now we can describe the cyber crime in the different ways. Here I have tried to describe it in the one better way. Cyber crime defined as unlawful act, unlawful or the act which is against the law. Cyber crime defined as the unlawful act wherein the computer or computer-like digital devices are being utilized as a tool or target or both. What do you mean by it? Cyber crime is defined as the unlawful act or the act which is against the law where the computer or computer-like devices are utilized as a tool or target or both. Means what? What is the
कॉम्प्युटर
meaning?
किंवा कॉम्प्युटर मशीनचा यूज करून टार्गेट केला जातो.
हा म्हणजे तुम्ही हे क्राईम कसे तुम्ही कॉम्प्युटर यूज करून करू शकता, करेक्ट?
येस
ज्यावेळेस असे क्राईम कॉम्प्युटर यूज करून केले जातात त्यावेळेस तिथं काय होतं, कॉम्प्युटर बिंग युटिलाइज ॲज अ टूल. ऑल ऑफ युअर ॲग्री?
Yes, sir.
When the crime is done using the computer, then that time that computer is act as a tool to do the crime. Yes,
येस सर.
correct. And when computer is utilized to do the crime against another computer, you are getting my point. Then at that time,
Yep.
that another computer is a target, correct?
येस सर.
Yes. One computer is a tool and another computer as a target. That's why here the word utilized as a both. Understood? So any crime which is being done by utilizing the computer or computer like devices like mobiles also comes in that category. Okay, laptop, okay, whatever the other devices are there, notepad, etc. Anything which is acting as like the computer. So that is nothing but the cyber crime. All of you got this point? What do you mean by the cyber crime? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now let's see the different reasons for the cyber crime. Okay, why the cyber crime happens and the different reasons for that. So we have already discussed the concept of the law says human beings are vulnerable. So there are the rules of the law are required to protect that. To protect that in the sense to protect the human being. Now tell me the meaning of this statement. Human beings are vulnerable. As a human beings are vulnerable, that is the reason there is a need of some law, there is a need of some rules so that the protection of the human being will happen. So that the human being will get protected. Yeah. You tell me the meaning of this statement. Human beings are vulnerable. I already told you the meaning of vulnerable. Vulnerable means what? Yes.
असुरक्षित.
असुरक्षित म्हणजे काय की ज्याच्यावर आपण इझिली अटॅक करू शकतो. इथे लिहिलंय मी समथिंग टू विच यू कॅन इझिली अटॅक or you can easily do damage. Consider kara there is a one human which is poor, which is less powerful, and there is another human which is rich, most powerful. Now there is a huge probability that this human can kill this human. Let's be specific. Yes or no? You have to imagine. Means this human is vulnerable. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now to protect this human, which this human, there is a need of the rule of the law. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now same concept is being applied related with the cyber press. as human beings are vulnerable, it can be get attacked by another human beings and damage can be done to that. There is a rules of law are available to protect the human beings. In the similar way, in the cyberspace, we can say that computers are also vulnerable. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now computers are having the danger from the human beings also, from the another computers also, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that is the reason rule of law is required, and rule of law is required to protect and safeguard the computers against the cyber crime. To safeguard the computer in the sense to safeguard the loss of the owner of that computer also. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what we are going to discuss, what are the different reasons? What are the different reasons because of which the computers have become the vulnerable? Understood. Here I have just told you regarding if you compare this human being and this human being, why this human being become the vulnerable? Because it is less powerful, it is poor. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So same kind of reason we have to discuss here, why computers are become the vulnerable. Okay. First and most important point there, reason for that is the capacity to store the data in the computer comparatively small space. First reason because of which the computer become the vulnerable. First is what? Capacity to store data in comparatively small space. Now you tell me about this. Okay, the two-way discussion must be there. Tell me the meaning of this point. Capacities to first reason you
सर म्हणजे
हा.
कॉम्प्युटर मध्ये कमी स्पेस असते आणि समजा काही फाइंड करायला लगेच सर्च करून भेटतं
लगेच सापडू
आपल्याला.
शकतं. बरोबर ना?
लगेच
हार्ड
सापडू
डिस्क
शकतं.
फक्त हार्ड डिस्क मध्ये तर डेटा ठेवलेला आहे. You are getting my
Yes,
point.
sir.
So that is the
Yes, sir.
first reason, capacity to store the data in comparatively small space. The computer has a unique characteristic of storing the data in very small space. Understood? जर तुम्हाला सांगितलं की find out something which is kept in the S&T College of Engineering building, and if some another student is being told find out something which is kept in the second year computer class, who will find it most easily and fastly? Second student. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Because he has to just search in
Yes,
the
sir.
limited area. So same is the thing related to the computer also. As the space available, capacity to store the data is very the space is that's very less and small. Because of that, the computer has become vulnerable. So because of this, it become possible and easy to remove or get the information or fetch the information either through the physical or virtual medium, make it more easier. What do you mean by through the physical or the virtual medium? What is mean by through removing or fetching the information through the physical medium or through the virtual medium?
मीन्स क्लाउड मध्ये स्टोअर करू शकतो डेटा आपण.
And हा point read करतो. Because of this, it become possible and easy to remove or fetch the information either through the physical medium or through the virtual medium. Medium, we are discussing the medium. कुठं स्टोअर केलंय ते जाऊ दे. रिमुव्हिंग थ्रू सम मीडियम. रिमुव्हिंग थ्रू फिजिकल मीडियम म्हणजे काय? आपण फिजिकली तिथे जाऊन तो त्या कॉम्प्युटरचा डेटा रिमूव्ह करू शकतो किंवा कॉपी करू शकतो. गॉट द पॉइंट?
Yes, sir.
आणि व्हर्च्युअली म्हणजे काय? तिथं न जाता. इज इट पॉसिबल?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
If that computer is internet connected, we can through the some viruses etc, we can access the data from that computer. That important term for that is the hacking. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that is this point. So that is the first reason. I hope all of you have got a clear point what we mean by the first reason, that is because of the small space. Okay. Second important, complex structure of the computer. Because of that also the computer has become the vulnerable. complex structure of the computer. Means what? Now here the complex structure of the computer in the sense, now you can see we cannot run the computer without the operating system. Okay, we need the operating system to work anything on the computer or to start the computer. Now that operating system is a collection of the huge amount of code. Yes or no? Operating system is what? Collection of the huge amount of code. And because of that, what happened? The normal user cannot understand all these things, the code and etc. etc. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Normal user cannot understand all these things. Forget about the every time the software engineer or the computer engineer is utilizing the computer. It is not like that. Anybody is utilizing the computer. Correct? So it can happen from the normal user. He may click on some particular link. Okay, or he may allow some unwanted software to be get installed on the computer. कधी कधी असं तुम्ही बघितलं असेल की असे सॉफ्टवेअर तुमच्या कॉम्प्युटरवर इन्स्टॉल झालेले असतात की जे तुम्ही इन्स्टॉल केलेलेच नाहीत. येस ऑर नो?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So the cyber criminals even the normal users are not having the complete knowledge of coding of the operating system, but cyber criminals are having the complete knowledge of coding of that operating system. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, and because of that the cyber criminals can the advantage of that lacuna or that kind of thing, and he can penetrate in our computer system. He can penetrate in our computer system in the sense he can make entry in our computer system, and he can do the damage to the information which is stored on the computer system because of the less knowledge available to the normal user. Normal user number of times even not what we can say, even not install the antivirus softwares also. Yes or no?
Yes.
Correct. And because of these kind of things can be happen, okay, from the normal users, because you don't have the complete knowledge of the operating system or that computers, and that advantage can be taken from the cyber criminals. Understood? So that is the second reason, complex structure of the computer which is not completely understood by the normal user, आणि मग त्याच्याकडून काहीतरी चुका होऊ शकतात, आणि त्या झालेल्या चुकांचा गैरफायदा कोण घेतं? मग cyber criminals. Understood? So that is the second reason. Okay, let's come to the third, negligence. Okay, negligence. Now negligence is always there with the behavior of the human or the conduct of the human. Understood? What can be the negligence? Can put your computer system into the danger, and some information which is which is available on your computer system can be put in the danger because of the negligence of the human being or the negligence of the particular user. Now let me tell you the better example related to the negligence while protecting the computer system. One of the better example of that is nothing but the password set by the user. Yes or no?
Yes.
पासवर्ड सेट आपण काय करतो, कधी कधी काय 1 2 3 4 5 असा पासवर्ड टाकून देतो. होतं का नाही असं बऱ्याच वेळेस? येस. करेक्ट?
Yes, sir.
So that is also with the negligence to set the strong password. Correct or not?
Yes.
So if you set the weak password, then that is nothing but the help to that cyber criminal to gain the access and control over your computer system. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Also, if you are utilizing the information system on your computer, now you have to utilize the information system which is being installed on the computer. The authorized users are having their ID password, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, if by mistake they forget to remove the ID password from the cookies of your computer system, web browser, cookies मध्ये तुमचे ID password सेव्ह करता विचारतं बघा तुम्हाला नेहमी ते, डू यू वांट टू सेव्ह द पासवर्ड एटसेट्रा. Have you seen it?
Yes, sir.
बरोबर. मग आपण कधी कधी असं आता एखाद्याला माहित नसतं की, बरोबर आपल्याला माहित आपण वी आर द always in the computer world, so that's why we know about. But some persons are don't know. They used to say yes, save it somewhere in the computer, in the cookies, etc. You got the point. And cyber criminal can easily get access to that kind of things which is being stored, like ID, password, etc. So because that, so that is the reason as a negligence. So because of the negligence also, the computer can become vulnerable. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is the third point. And last one, loss of evidence. Loss of evidence. That because of that also, computers become the vulnerable. What do you mean by the loss of evidence? Yes.
सर काही डॉक्युमेंट्स फोटोज जे आपल्या पीसी मध्ये सेव्ह असतील ते इरेज केले किंवा असं अटॅकने करून.
हा, मग त्यांनी अटॅक करून ते इरेज केले, बरोबर. पण त्यांनी जो ज्यावेळेस अटॅक केला त्यावेळेस काहीतरी सिस्टीम कडे त्याची इन्फॉर्मेशन असू शकते की नाही.
हो सर.
बरोबर ना. ती इन्फॉर्मेशन म्हणजे एव्हिडन्स होऊ शकते की नाही.
येस सर.
त्याचा लॉस, तर त्याचा लॉस कधी होऊ शकतो, त्या एव्हिडन्सचा होऊ शकतो की नाही, आणि होऊ शकतो तर कधी होऊ शकतो.
सर त्याने व्हीपीएन किंवा मग दुसरे मॅक ऍड्रेस यूज केले आणि ते डिस्ट्रॉय केली ती सिस्टीम. तर
ते झालं, त्यांनी सगळं केलं, त्यांनी डेटा आपल्या कॉम्प्युटर मधून चोरी केला. ही हॅज ऍक्सेस द कॉन्फिडेन्शियल इन्फॉर्मेशन एक्सेट्रा दॅट इज डन. पण मग तो काहीतरी पुरावे त्याच्या कॉम्प्युटरमध्ये त्याचे काहीतरी पुरावे राहतील की नाही, राहू शकतात ना.
हो सर.
ते पुरावे नष्ट होण्याचे चान्सेस आहेत का, होऊ शकतात का ते. Yes or no? Can the evidences can be lost from the computer?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
लॉस होऊ शकतो.
कधी, कारण आपल्या कम्प्युटरवर काय होतं की ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही नाव इफ यू ट्राय टू गेट दॅट एव्हिडन्स आफ्टर द 1 month, you got to know somebody has hack our system and has steal the information. You got to know these things after the 1 month. ओके, तोपर्यंत आपल्या कॉम्प्युटरवरची इन्फॉर्मेशन काय होत असते, डिस्ट्रॉय होऊन जाते. की जे पुरावे होतात ते डिस्ट्रॉय होऊ शकतात रुटीनली. दॅट इन्फॉर्मेशन कॅन बी गेट रुटीनली destroy. Understood? Because always we used to delete something that gets stored in the recycle bin. Okay, that we know. And you can the data which is there there in the recycle bin, you can recover it. Barabar. But if you remove it from the recycle bin, then also you can recover it. Okay, for your kind information, the data which you have removed from the recycle bin, that data also you can recover through some software. Understood? One is I can tell you the name, Recover software is there. But that recovery is having some limitation. Okay, what limitation it is having? If that particular data which you have removed from the recycle bin, okay, that always used to be present in the bad sector of the hard disk. Okay, but if that sector get rewrite, you are getting what I'm saying, if that part of the hard disk get rewrite, then that data, okay, what I'm telling you, I'm giving the example. Suppose you remove something from your computer. Now if you remove just by using the delete, then it go to where? Recycle bin. Correct? If you are not check it.
Yes.
Barabar. Suppose from your computer, if you remove, delete something, ते कुठं जाणार? रिसायकल बिन मध्ये. करेक्ट? पण तुम्ही शिप डिलीट केलं तर ते रिसायकल बिन मध्ये जात नाही. हा, तुम्ही बघितलं असेल, चेक करून बघा. If
Yes, sir.
you simply delete it, then it can go to the recycle bin. But if you do the shift delete, then it doesn't go to the recycle bin. It gets deleted automatically from the recycle bin also. And if you delete the things from the recycle bin also, then also they are used to be present on the hard disk. Okay, for your kind information. And you can recover it also by using some software, like I can tell you the example here. Recover software is there. But whatever things you have deleted from the recycle bin also, I said these things can be, you can get from the hard disk, but there is some limitation for that. What limitation are there? Suppose this is the part of your hard disk, and the data which you have removed from the recycle bin gets stored somewhere here. But number of times we used to store the daily, we used to store the some kind of data on the hard disk, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
If that data gets stored on this place is where your data which you have deleted from the recycle bin was present, if newly updated data from your side gets stored on this sector, then the data which is deleted from the recycle bin is get overwrite, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Then at that time, this data which is deleted from the recycle bin, it get permanently deleted. Got the point?
Yes, sir.
And if that was your evidence, there is a chances of loss of evidence. Got the point?
Yes, sir.
Because the data from our system routinely get destroyed. Correct or not?
Yes.
Routinely in the sense daily data from our computer, some kind of data from our computer used to be get destroyed, understood, or get deleted. So that is nothing but the last point related with the reasons of vulnerability of the computer. That is what? Loss of evidence. And what it says, loss of evidence is very common and the obvious problem, as all the data are, number of data being get destroyed routinely from our computer system. And if such data get destroyed from our computer system, then is it possible to do the crime investigation? Is it possible to do the crime investigation after data get destroyed from our computer system? If evidence get destroyed?
No, sir.
No. That if that evidence get destroyed, then even the any crime expert cannot find anything on our system. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That is the why I have written here. Because of this loss of evidence, it paralyzes the system for the crime investigation. Paralyze the system म्हणजे काय? System we cannot get any evidence from the system. Okay, to find out who is criminal, etc., etc. So these are the 4 important reasons because of which our computers becomes vulnerable. What was the first reason of vulnerability of the computer? First reason was what? What was the first reason because of which computer becomes vulnerable?
Capacity to store data in comparatively small
Space. Second,
complex structure.
complex structure which cannot be understood by the normal users. Then third, negligence, and the last one that we have discussed, loss of evidence from the computer system. Okay. So next we'll discuss the different ways using which the crime can be done with the computers by the criminals, by the cyber criminals. Okay, that will be our next point in the security of the information system. Okay, that we'll discuss next time. Okay, it is sufficient for the today's lecture. Yes, shall we conclude?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you all of you.
Thank you, sir.